It's Week 15 of the 2031 season, and the spotlight is on Justin Herbert. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Titans and the Falcons, and it comes your way next.
Mere feet from where the Georgia Dome stood and the Falcons played for a quarter century. We're looking at the team's home since the 2017 season, Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Glad to have you with us, football fans. Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt up here in the broadcast booth, and Brock one side with a clear advantage coming into this one. Coming off the bye week by their opposition. Well, not only are they less rested, but they're coming off a big L as well.
Just a reality. Just a reality of the NFL that every season you're going to catch somebody coming off a bye or had more time to rest up than you did. And if you feel sorry for yourself, well, you're probably going to lose. When these games come along, it's time to grit your teeth and work even harder on those tired legs. You're going to see a lot of teams in that spot try some big plays early to grab that momentum right from the jump.
Jake Moody now ready to get this one started. And we're underway in Atlanta. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Titans ready for their opening drive of the game. They'll be led out by someone known for putting up numbers since he entered the league back in 2020, the Oregon product, Justin Herbert.
As you take the field coming off of a real late season bye, you just want to maximize what last week was all about. Making sure that physically, mentally, emotionally, you're recharged so you can go attack the final stretch of this season.
Play action now for Herbert. Hits his running back. It's a 31-yard play. And the Titans will have a first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. From the pistol, it's Herbert. That's Mayer, he's got it! And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Call it no gain on the play, and that brings up 3rd and 9. Herbert with a blitz coming. Got a man. Robinson has it. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. What a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down and pull off the conversion. Titans getting their first red zone snaps of this game. They've got 1st and 10 from the 20. On the play fake, it's Herbert. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Herbert throwing again. Has him on the quick hitter. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the 1st. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. It's Herbert once more. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Now Herbert again. Catch is made in close. And that's a Tennessee touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Bass gets the extra point to go. And the Titans will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Bass now to kick this away. His return starts at the 5. So out head the Falcons for their first possession. Leading this offense out, already one of their faces in just his first season. It's their rookie out of Georgia.
3 touchdowns, Kate, is a great week for him. But less so when every one of them was matched by an interception. Those turnovers were a part of why they ended up on the losing side of that game. And ball security is what you know he's worked on all week long, and will be on the forefront of his mind.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On the give, it's Miller. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You love a huddle. Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
And off here for Miller. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bouncing football. And it's a turnover. The defense has it.
Man, that run was looking so good for him, but you'll see QBs don't always tuck it away like running backs do. That was loose. Ball away from his body in a prime position to be knocked free. That's exactly what happens once that defender catches him downfield.
The Titans and running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach. While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover.
Under review.
All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. To throw here on first down. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. They've come out swinging to begin this contest as they've got it down to the 31. Play action on first down. Finds a man right side. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Play made there by Clark Phillips. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
They're on him again, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Couple sacks on the opening drive. You better get to fix-it mode in a hurry. And I'm talking about on the sidelines. I'm talking as a quarterback. You've got to solve this pass rush because we know one thing about guys in this league defensively. When they get a couple sacks, they can smell it, and they're going to raise the intensity to another level.
The Falcons getting ready for the punt. Now this one, not much of a chance of it staying in the field of play. They'll mark it out at the 13-yard line. The Titans offense out to the field, ready for their second drive. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Off a touchdown early and with a home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them. Right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few poo birds.
Here's a counter give to Robinson. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
He lofts it deep left. They connect on the deep shot. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. 1st and 10, a run to Robinson. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Completed to his running back. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue. Robinson on the inside give. And he's able to push this down to the 12. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. Now Herbert to throw. He brings it in. And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out. Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Throwing now, Herbert. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So now it'll be 2nd and goal. Back to throw, here's Herbert. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans pull out in front further, 13-zip. You always tell me, Brock, it is a whole different world here, running routes, working in confined spaces, instead of having that whole field to spread out a defense.
Oh, spot on, Caden. Some players, that's the world they thrive in, finding windows where windows shouldn't exist, and then being ready for the throw to arrive. It happens so fast. Trusting your quarterback to make the right read and get it to you.
That one right down the middle. And the Titans drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Bass now to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. And there's only one team satisfied with their spot in the playoffs right now, and that's the one currently at the top. A lot of time left for everybody else to jostle for better position, or simply for one of the 7 spots available. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
At the 33-yard line.
Looking to the air here. Short pass brought in. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Throwing off the play fake here. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. The defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free, incomplete. Couldn't connect on first, it's second down. Let's go now. Benson now from the gun. And this run doesn't quite reach enemy territory, tackled at midfield. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Throwing from the gun here. He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. They get an even 10 on that play. And it's good for an Atlanta first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Pass play on 1st and 10. Throw left side, complete. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the first quarter. Our score, 14-0. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Back for our second quarter. It's Falcons football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Hits him on the out route. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Falcons will have a first.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. Has it down close. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Jake Moody on for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Falcons chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Herbert from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Shotgun snap to Herbert. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Falcons, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Oh, there he was, a step away from making the post-game highlights you see on the news from going viral. Couldn't quite get there. Now they need to punch this one in to convert the interception into points.
It sure wasn't for lack of effort, though, and nobody in this stadium wanted to touch the pay dirt more than that returner. He did all he could do.
He did.
Sometimes you're just an agonizing step or two away from that kind of glory.
Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal. Benson has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside. Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
And he gets in. Touchdown! The Falcons pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Trey Benson, the touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop them on 3rd and goal.
That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons tie things up at 14. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Starting from the 5. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Titans ready to take over on offense. And they're going to be looking for a little redemption after their interception last drive led to a tie ball game, 14-all. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the 32. Throw reeled in by Mayer. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Hey, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed when there's chaos all around you. But if he looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, big old tight end, couldn't fight back to the line of scrimmage.
Cut out left.
You know, I don't mind the scheme. In fact, I like the call. Just not on that 3rd down in particular. Need to get it closer to the sticks to have a chance to move those chains.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Punt meets him at the 28. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Falcons and Trey Benson back out on offense. Call that punt a 52-yard effort. And the Falcons will take over. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Back to throw on 1st and 10. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. He'll throw it. He's got a man left. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st. Off the play fake, he'll throw. And he can't hang on to it in the end zone. Not an interception, only an incompletion. So they get it back. 2nd down coming up. And off to Benson from the gun. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. And the Titans opting for a 50B, a nickel set, third down. Looking for a throw here. Throwing the out route complete. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
First down from the red zone. Catch is made in close. Touchdown, Atlanta. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
On is Moody for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. He fields it from the 8. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. We'll get another look at this Tennessee offense. And they're a touchdown back, Brock, as they take over down 21-14. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. To throw, Herbert. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Here's Robinson. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be a Tennessee 1st down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. 1st down, and they go right back to him. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Herbert now off the play fake. Caught by his back.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
On 3rd down, Herbert. Complete beyond the marker. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And the Titans will have a 1st down.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Herbert on 1st down. Completed to his running back. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Here's Herbert. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be a Tennessee 1st down. Trying an option play, headed left. And he's brought down for a loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Here's 2nd and 11. The Falcons getting close, and they take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Running back sent in motion. Here he is on 3rd and long. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
This is one of those situations where a QB's strength and ability to run can be a great blessing, but can also be a curse. We've seen him use his feet before. This guy can escape, and that's a blessing. But it can be a curse because sometimes you think you can get out of everything. And this defense just proved he couldn't.
Here comes the Titans punting unit. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The Falcons are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. It is Cup, left side. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. 2nd down now, 7 to go. It's Benson on the give. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel it in. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And the Falcons will have a first. They're set up at the 35 now. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. 2nd and 6 coming up here. It's the 2-minute warning now from Atlanta. The Falcons in possession. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Clark Phillips with the pick. Well, we both saw what he was doing, Brock, trying to work the sideline there, but I don't think he ever saw the corner sitting back and just waiting to break on that throw.
And that's what the good ones do. They use the sideline to their advantage. It really becomes the 12th defender on the field. The elite corners in this league, they'll play to it. They'll bait those quarterbacks to making that throw, and then they'll close fast and take that ball away.
So the Tennessee offense headed out for another series. Now their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Short pass brought in. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Titans in the hurry up, trying to get this play off fast. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 39. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Herbert throwing again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And 4th and 4 coming up. And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And the deficit stays at 7.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
The Falcons with the football late in the first half. And with all their timeouts remaining, Brock, they may be able to put a little something together here before halftime. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And he gets it across midfield and into Titans territory. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Second and 3 now. From the 47. Fits it through the middle. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They'll come up first and 10. Back to throw. And they will score. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons grow their lead just before halftime. And they've loved the scoring production he's brought out of their offense. That touchdown gives him 10 on the season. On is Moody for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons double their lead to 14. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Kickoff taken at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Titans are being led back out on offense by Justin Herbert here. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. First and 10, Herbert. Finds a man right side. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Here's Herbert, first and 10. Finds his target, Robinson. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Throw reeled in by Mayer. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Throwing on first is Herbert. Hits his running back.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. It's Herbert once more. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left. That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. So they're left facing third and long. Herbert to throw once more. Throw left side, complete. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, and they can take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half. Amendola able to put it through, and that'll get him back to 11.
Well, he moved past that earlier miss pretty quickly here, Kate. Nice to see that. And now he can carry a little momentum with him to end this opening half.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30.
At their own 30-yard
Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he has a decent gain on what's going to be the final play of the half. That's the end of 2 in Atlanta. The Falcons really spreading their wings. They're out in front so far. Now we'll get you down to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. And it's the Texans out in front as that one is just about to halftime. It's C.J. Stroud with a couple of touchdown passes. Next, we'll take the trip north to the Steel City to check on the Steelers at home in Pittsburgh. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. The Browns locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Lastly, let's head to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati to see what's happening with the Bengals. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Keon Coleman, well over 100 yards with 2 touchdown catches to boot.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Falcons headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he's kept up the pace all season long. To the point, look, he's in the top 5 across the NFL in passing. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Hits him on the out route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They pick up 20 yards there. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
Cut out left. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
From the 48. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I'm sure Coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up. They'll send their tight end right. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys are going to have a little fun with him in practice this week because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
It's no good and had the leg, but his aim wide right. And the game stays at 11.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
The Titans ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Robinson. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. carry for Robinson. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Falcons side of the field. 6 yards the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. That's caught for the first. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They gain 14 on the play. And the Titans will have a first down. A handoff for Robinson, running right. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Herbert from the gun. Brought in right side. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. All right, set now, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Juke the defender. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. Shotgun snap to Herbert. He's got it. They're lining up on the doorstep. 2nd and goal from inside the 1. Robinson. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Titans start the second half with some needed points. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Herbert's going to look to throw for this. And they get the 2-point conversion. Nice catch in the end zone there. They're back within a field goal now. Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
Raleigh set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And there's a couple of moments we're seeing here that I think he's not going to want to be reminded of after this game. Turnovers have just interrupted his performance in this one. Made it really tough for him and this team to get into and stay in any kind of rhythm. They've got first down from the 31. Airing it out to start this drive. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Tight end going in motion here. They'll throw on first. Short pass brought in. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
From the 46. That one's complete right side. And he goes out a little short of the 40. It's a gain of 4. And the Falcons will have a first. They are throwing it again. Throwing the out route complete. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They give up the gut to Benson. And this defense continuing to erase the ground game. This one stopped at the line. Titans aggressive in defending the pass here. They're in dime. Third down coming. Pass play coming here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
And this one won't get close. They make the stand and force that turnover on downs.
You know, these fourth down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it. 1st and 10. On the give, here's Robinson. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. Man in motion here. On 2nd down, Robinson. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Finding Flowers. Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond.
Still 2nd down.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Here's Herbert. Dumps it off to his running back.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
Herbert now to throw on 3rd. And that's incomplete. He's going to wish he hung on to that pick there, but it's still going to bring up 4th down.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And he hasn't been a stranger to the end zone this season. No, sir, including on their prior drive, Brock. A pretty important touchdown for him when you look at his season total. On the give, it's Miller. Breaks the tackle, still going. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
He's got a man left. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. 2nd and 3 now.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
From the 36. Connects on the crosser. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Pass play on 1st and 10. Finds a man right side. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the
Still sticking with the passing game. Connecting on the slant. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Play made there by Clark Phillips. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. They motion the tight end over. Called in left side. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. That's a pickup of 9. And it's good for an Atlanta first down. The give now to Benson. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he makes the catch on the sideline. Oh, but they call it out of bounds. This close. Some laundry on the field, but this is directed at the officials. The Falcons have thrown that challenge flag. Well, we can see he made the catch. He definitely has possession, but did both of those feet hit down in the end zone?
Yeah, get that zoom button ready to go. Get the magnifying glass. Was there any green right between his feet and that end line? That's what they're going to be looking for in the replay booth.
Jake Moody for the extra point.
P.A.T. up and good for Moody. And the Falcons make it a 10-point ball game. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. 1st and 10, around to Robinson. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. So we're through 3 here. It's Titans ball, and they could use a score. They come into the 4th trailing. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Motioning the tight end now. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. This one intended for the running back. So now they have 3rd and short. An option give to Robinson. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. They stop him just short and force a 4th and 1.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Their punter making his way out now. And they could really use a good one here. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. First and 10 now from the 30. Design bootleg here. He's got it deep downfield. And he works this to the 38 before going down. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Benson on the counter. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them. Keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
Here we go. 2nd and 9. Catch made over the middle. Decent gain here, but short of the first. Third and just 2 to go. Benson now from the gun. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
For the 2nd time today, they're going to run the kick team out for the field goal. Ball on the right hash, 48 yards out. Moody knocks it through. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. Makes it a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score a couple touchdowns now. Touchdown to field goals, not going to get it done anymore.
Returning it from the 4. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. So now here comes the Titans on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Herbert now off the play fake. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. He was looking for Zay Flowers. So it's 2nd down coming up. Back to the air, Herbert. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Falcons will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Now an inside give to Benson. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Going to be 2nd down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Hits him on the out route. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Falcons will have a first. Working inside the red zone. Complete out to the right. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Goal to go, they're passing. Has it in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
And he's going to make it in for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons have likely locked up the win right there. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
Now the Falcons offense staying on the field, lining up to go for 2.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They want to run it across. And he made the line of scrimmage, but not that goal line. Defense there to shut down that 2-point attempt. Well, 2 left on the table there. Forget the goal line, Brock. They barely got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, to me right there, Kate, that's a sign this defense did their homework, studied their tendencies. You had no way that running back was going to get that one in, not with that force of the defense coming at him.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out come the Titans for another offensive possession. They're coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
No one picks him up, and he reminded everyone in the building why that's a major mistake. The linebacker's athleticism on full display. A sack in under 2 seconds? That's a select group of players on the planet who could pull that off.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. Has him on a quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Herbert here, 3rd and long. Throw reeled in by Mayer. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Left the offense out there on 4th down, Brock, and look at the result. A big gain. They got 15 and the 1st. Now Herbert again. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Herbert throwing again. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
On 3rd down, Herbert. Complete beyond the marker. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. It's Herbert once more. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Herbert to throw once more. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Falcons will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Now that right there, that is rising to the occasion in the red zone, partner. Could have saved 3 points there, maybe twice that with that interception.
You know, these defenders, they're willing to bend and bend. These offenses are so good in this league, and they know how critical the red zone is. And when you get an interception like that, you just break. You break the will of that offense and the confidence, and those are big time. You're right. Put some points on the board for that defense with that effort.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. And off to Benson to start the drive. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
It was University of Wisconsin, Kate, the first time I heard this term, slow to explode through. And think how good that Badgers run game has been at the college level. Well, they made runs like that look easy. Slow to explode through.
And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Staying on the ground with Benson. And he drives this forward until they bring him down at the 38-yard line. Give him 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1. Benson once more. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
They'll send out the punting unit. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. Fair catch hauled in at the 18-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Titans will have plenty of work to do on their next drive. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Got a man, it's Mayer. And he'll get it up to the 27. Offense in the hurry up here. From the 27. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Herbert. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Now here come the Falcons on offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's a give to Benson. And he's going to take this down inside the 25 before being stopped. A gain of 5, and that brings us to the 2-minute warning. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Handoff headed left to Benson. And they corral him after a minimal gain to the 21. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down, they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Benson on 1st and 10. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So the Falcons defend their building and take the win at home. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to looks like from either group, just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say goodbye from Atlanta.